Week we are in the portion of Vayetzei, and he left. We're speaking of Jacob. As you recall, last week we had our whole drama with Esau. In this portion we discuss Jacob fleeing. There's the famous dream with regards to Jacob's ladder, meeting Laban, going to Haran, the drama with the wives, with Rachel, with Leah, all the children through Leah and Rachel and the concubines. We, of course, then eventually leave Laban's house, and it culminates with the wrestling with the angel, Israel, where Jacob receives his name. However, this week we're going to, as we usually do, focus on one element, which is this meeting at the well with Jacob and Rachel. And if we look at this is really the first time a single individual from the people of Israel, or will become the people of Israel, goes out to the nations of the world. And the way this is expressed is Jacob really makes his way, and then he ends up seeing this well in the field. Now, the well, of course, symbolizing a source of life, there's water inside, and Jacob notices that the source of life is blocked, right? There's this large stone covering the well, and we could look into this and see this also symbolizing that the shepherds that are symbolizing the nations of the world, they haven't yet gathered together to remove the stones. The nations haven't gathered together. And now it could be that this heavy stone was deliberately put on or placed on the well, right? So they all have to come together so they could roll it away. Meaning there's no real trust between them, and there's no trust among the nations yet at this stage. And then there's this dialogue that begins between Jacob and the shepherds, right? This is in Genesis 29:4. So Jacob tells them, he sees them and says, "My brothers," right? So the initial message from the people of Israel to the nations of the world is a universal message of brotherhood. And from there, Jacob then starts explaining the source of the brotherhood. He asks them, "Where are you from?" Right? But in Hebrew, it's me'ain bata. So this is, me'ain is from ex nihilo, from nothing. So he asks, and he lets them know, you and me are all coming from God ultimately. And this is this reference, and that's why we're obligated to achieve brotherhood. Now, their response is disappointing, right? They let him know. They don't say, we're also from the Ain. They say, we are from Haran. Right? So, and in Hebrew, Haran is also wrath, meaning we come from the wrath of the Creator. Wrath is like the natural world, meaning, or we would call it Elohim. So Jacob is noticing that the grip of nature is very, very strong in the Haran culture, and he then sort of reluctantly tries another approach. So then he asks, do you know Laban, the son of Nahor? And what he's really asking is, have you heard of the family of Abraham? And they answer him, we know him, right? So again, what's happening sort of here underneath the text is they're saying we're aware of Abraham and, his whole mission, so to speak, right? So the Bible is an important book on our shelves, so to speak. And then he asks, is he shalom? Is he at peace? Meaning, have you absorbed from the Bible, or are you absorbed from the house of Abraham, the message of peace and brotherhood? So they answer him, Shalom. He is in peace. And here is Rachel, his daughter. Meaning Rachel, his daughter, is really carrying the tradition of Abraham, our forefather, and through her, the entire world could actually be rectified. So he understands then that, Abraham is there, and there is a descendant through him, also through Laban and through Rachel, that's carrying on this ideal. So from this point, Jacob really shifts the entire discussion with the nations of the world to the dialogue between him and Rachel. Right? He then manages to roll the stone away himself, and by doing this, he's really beginning his role as messenger to all humanity. And we have to always remember that the text is making sure and teaching us through the text and in different layers of the text that these are archetypes that are being manifest. And we have them in their forefathers, and then we have them with their sons themselves. And until today, these things are repeating. And we have to remember that our mission is to locate brotherhood. Our mission is to identify the image, the godly image, in all of God's creations and move towards peace. I wish us all a Shabbat Shalom. Take care.